quick day 3 recap. Here is your reward at the end of the Dusty Trail, 650 miles from Nevada City to here, Crystal Crane Hot Springs. This hot spring pond has been around for, well, since the 1900s. It started out as a hog scalding pond back in the day, but now it's very carefully temperature controlled, super clean, smooth water. These hot springs are located near Crane, Oregon, which is just a little bit to the east of Burns, Oregon, out here in the desert part of the southeastern part of the Oregon state. So anyways, day 3 started at Fandango Pass there in the Warner Mountains and headed down to Fort Bidwell and then over to Adel and Plush, Oregon. Adel, Oregon, the store there was shut down, but there is some fuel. This is really remote country, and these fuel stops are critical that they're open and that they have fuel. For example, yesterday here in Crane, a little tiny outpost out here, the fuel truck didn't come till late in the day, so they were out of fuel for a good portion of the day. So you can call ahead and make sure that the fuel's available, because there is no other possible fuel stop in between. And we've got fuel range for about 250 miles, and that's it. We do carry some extra fuel. We can extend that to maybe 300 miles tops. So fuel was available at Plush, Oregon, at the Plush Country Store. And then from there, we picked up Jenny Morgan's tracks. She's been coming up here long enough to have developed a whole series of tracks that get us through some of the Faint Desert 2 track, just extremely remote country, alongside the Heart Mountains, through some ancient riverbeds, or lake beds rather, and then pop in up here to the Crystal Crane Hot Springs near the Malheur. I'm going to get that in the comment section. How do you pronounce it? Malheur wildlife area, which is just to our south. It comes from the French word malheur, or bad luck. So here's some highlights from yesterday. And later we'll go meet Harold and Michelle Cecil, the folks that started this event some 13 years ago, the Giant Loop Adventure Ride here at Crystal Crane Hot Springs. Their 13th year. Harold has successfully sold the business, Giant Loop, to USWE Corporation, and is able to retire. An incredible American success story of bold entrepreneurialism in the motorcycle world, one of the weirdest, toughest markets there is. He makes the luggage that makes adventure riding so much more enjoyable. Go pass, a real easy pass over the Warner Mountains down towards Fort Bidwell. Got its name because pioneers thought that they had crossed the Sierra Nevada mountains and that California and the gold was on the other side of these mountains. They were way wrong. They were still 180, 200 miles away from the heart of the gold country. And the way we came, it was more like, 400 miles from Downeyville. But they'd crossed all that desert, and they had to get way over past that to get to the gold country. So they figured when they hit that pass, they thought they were in California, this Fandango Pass. They had a big dance, and they called the dance the Fandango, because they thought they were there. But many more hard miles yet to go. Good fishing right at the California-Oregon border. Traffic ahead. Is hamburgers. Onward, northbound to Crystal Crane Hot Springs. The Heart Mountains and Heart Mountain Antelope Wildlife Refuge up behind those mountains, and the hot springs
on Hart Mountain are up there as well. To our south is Plush, Oregon, where the Hart Mountain Country Store is a real lifesaver. The only place for gas around here for miles. Adel has no gas. So about 120 miles that way, and we should be at Crystal Crane Hot Springs. Pretty quiet out here.
You know,
so it's like there's hardly even a road through here at all, although this is on the map as Mule Springs Road. It's just kind of a single track through the desert here.
Yeah, and you can
here's
see
the cow track.
So little use that stuff's grown up in the middle of the two-track.
Yeah.
This is the two-track here, but it's almost reverting to nature.
Kind of like one of your old Dakar stages?
Yeah, that's what I said. You know, most of the stages are not off-piste unless you're in the sand dunes. You're following an old road, but typically you're following a road that hasn't been used for years. So you're having to, you know, use your road book and use your compass heading to stay on what is a very, very faint track in the ground. Obviously, if you're at the back like me, you've had 100 people through before, so you can kind of see where the track is. But I've ridden other rallies in Tunisia where you've been basically almost looks like you're breaking virgin ground, you know. It's amazing.
Well, you could do it right here in Eastern Oregon.
Yeah, for sure.
These basalt hoodoos you see all through this country, all the way up into the Owyhee River country. Absolute isolation. The silence is deafening. Just amazing. It's been like this for hours. Finally warmed up enough to take that heavy coat off. Whew! That was neat. Some birder lost their binoculars out here in the middle of nowhere.
Sorry?
Iron Mountain. Only about 30 miles to go. Rocky. Civilization at last. Wait, there's more. Very cool. Did you come up with these tracks that we've been riding today?
Well, the one today, I knew where I wanted to head to, so I just kind of put shortest route into the GPS and just followed, and it just took us across that incredible, it was almost a straight line all the way through the desert on two track. And as you said, a couple of them, it pops up with a so-and-so ranch road name, and then it disappears into unpaved road again. And now it dovetails into where one of the routes that Harold has at the Giant Loop. When you attend the Giant Loop Hot Springs, it gives you a GPS download of about a dozen or more trails that have been scouted and recommended for big bikes, small bikes, that kind of thing. So we've actually joined one here on this drive, just before this drive.
But you're saying today, I thought those were tracks you'd already ridden today.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the past, that's how you figured them out in the past.
Yeah, I didn't do it today. I was just following the
previous,
yeah,
right.
one I'd done previously, but that's how I scoped it out originally.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Brilliant.